As a teacher, how do you really know what an entire class is thinking, like right at this very moment? It's a huge challenge for sure. So in this explainer, we're going to explore some simple but really powerful techniques to get that crucial real-time feedback from everyone at once.
I mean, it's the classic question for every single educator, right? You've just laid out this big, complex idea, you look at it, all those faces, and you ask, any questions? And you get silence. But what does that silence actually mean?
And that's the real issue, isn't it? A quiet classroom could mean they all get it, which is great. Or it could mean they are so completely lost they don't even know what to ask. If you're only relying on one or two brave students to answer, you're only seeing a tiny and honestly a pretty misleading piece of the whole puzzle. So how do we fix this? Well, the very first step is a bit of a mental shift. We need to stop thinking about assessment as some kind of final judgment and start seeing it for what it can be, a genuine, ongoing conversation. This quote right here just nails it. Notice the focus isn't on grades or scores. It's all about a two-way flow of information. Students learn how they can get better, and you, the teacher, get the info you need to actually help them do that. What we're really trying to build here is a constant, continuous feedback loop. Students get to see their own progress in the moment, and teachers can immediately spot where the class is getting stuck. That means you can adjust your teaching on the fly. It's a total win-win. Okay, so that's the big idea, but how do we actually do this? Let's get practical and open up our real-time feedback toolkit. These are some super simple, low-stakes strategies you can start using, like, tomorrow. We're going to look at 4 really powerful methods today. We've got confidence ratings, voting techniques, response boards, and finally, unrecorded assessments. So let's break each one of these down. First up, confidence ratings. This one is just beautifully simple. All you do is ask students to show you, not tell you, how well they think they understand a concept. It's just a quick, nonverbal gut check of the entire room. And it is so easy to pull off. You can use a simple thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs sideways for kinda. You could get a little techie with a polling app. Or, one of my favorites, just use colored cards. Green for, I totally get this, yellow for, I'm a little shaky, and red for, help. Instantly, you see exactly where your class stands. Next up in the toolkit, we've got voting techniques. Now, this moves us beyond just how students feel and into what they actually know. You pose a specific question, but instead of calling on one person, you have the whole class vote on the answer. And these methods can be super engaging. For younger students, you could have them drop tokens into jars labeled A, B, or C, but a fantastic method for all ages is to have them vote with their feet. They physically move to a corner of the room that represents their answer. It gets them up and moving and really sparks some great conversations. Our third tool is a classic for a reason: response boards. You know these. Everyone gets a little mini whiteboard. You ask a question, they jot down their answer, and when you give the signal, everyone holds it up. In like 5 seconds, you get this amazing, data-rich snapshot of every single student's thought process. But here's where the real power is. It's in how you scan those answers. Don't just look for right or wrong. Go deeper. Are students using the key words you taught them? Are they showing their steps with words like next or then? Can they back up their answers with a because? Or even better, can they extrapolate with an if-then statement? This is where you find the real gold. And our final tool is unrecorded assessments. Think of it like a low-stakes pop quiz where students score their own work right away. The key? You don't record the individual grades. The students get immediate feedback without all that pressure, and you get to see how the class did as a whole, so you know exactly what you might need to go over again. Okay, so you're using these tools, you're collecting all this amazing feedback, but what does success actually look like? How do you know these strategies are really making a difference in your classroom? Well, you'll start to see it in your students. They'll actually jump into these activities. They'll start talking about how the class is doing, not just how they are doing. And you'll see them get genuinely excited when the whole group's understanding clicks into place. It really shifts the whole classroom vibe from me to we. And this journey isn't just for the students, it's for you too. You might start out at beginning, just giving these strategies a try. Then you move to developing, where you're using them pretty regularly. But the real goal is that applying stage. That's when you're not just using the tools, but you're actively using the feedback to tweak your instruction in the moment. That's where the magic really happens.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground, huh? We've gone from the problem of the silent classroom all the way to a full toolkit of really practical, powerful solutions. So, what's next?
Because the most important step is always the first one. So think about these 4 strategies we talked about: confidence ratings, voting, response boards, and unrecorded assessments. Which one of those feels like the easiest or maybe the most impactful tool you could bring into your classroom tomorrow? That's it. That's your first move.